Hello and welcome to that Peter Crouch podcast with me, Peter Crouch, Notorious S.I.D. and Chris Stark with me as usual. Is everyone okay?
Yeah, regards to the families, lads.
Regards to the families.
You're right, your voice sounds a little bit...
That's just happened.
Well, I want to speak to you about your voice, really, because there's so much we need to catch up on since last Friday.
Yep.
Battle of the Razzers last weekend. Peter Crouch against David Bentley, against Alan Shearer, all in their respective fields. I cannot get over... I've never seen on social media a piss-up just play out like that. You at Cheltenham.
Yeah.
And then David Bentley appears left field.
Yeah.
He's gone viral. You know what? There's a whole generation of people that now just know him for dancing on TikTok.
Really?
Yeah.
Has he gone? Obviously, I saw the video.
Yeah.
And I've seen that many a time as well, by the way. I mean, he's an incredible dancer.
Yeah.
And he enjoys it.
Yeah, he does love it. Did you see him?
Yeah, I saw the dancer. I didn't see him there that day. No, I didn't see him on the day. Shame, because I would have caught up.
Yeah.
Can we have a quick guide to the Peter Crouch guide to Cheltenham? Because it looked...
It was a good day, mate.
It looked incredible because you kept getting interviewed throughout the day. So then another video would pop up of you. I mean, obviously there was one where you were talking about
Abby's love of riding horses.
Abby's love of riding. That popped up, and then there's another one of you buying Guinnesses for everyone.
Yeah.
And then next thing I'm seeing you arrive by a helicopter. I mean, it was just... Did you see the same?
Yes. Yeah, I did, yeah.
It was a great day.
It's a great day.
It was a great day, yeah. And, obviously, Paddy Power looked after us. We went in their box. We were very fortunate. It was... I took a few lads, and it was great. We had a lively day. We had a few winners. Cheltenham's always a great day out, isn't it?
A few winners.
We had a couple of winners. We had two each way, and then and one winner, which was enough really for us not to lose, which for me felt like a win.
Yeah, I love Cheltenham. It's a good day. It's a great day. Have you done it?
I want to go with you.
Well, you can come next time.
Mate,
we'll do it next time.
It looked unreal. That video of... So you're getting interviewed on ITV, I think it was, and they ask about... what was the Abbey quote? What was the quote?
Well,
He asked if you've been on a horse.
You know what happened with this? Like Ollie Bell, who I love, right? He's got his top man. He said to me, like, "Have you ever been on a horse?" And I said, "No, but Abby loves to ride." And the producer behind the camera has gone like laughed. So I've gone horses like that. You know, that's how it's kind of unfolded.
Are you in the Doghouse? Is the question.
No, I mean. She did mention it. A few people brought it to her attention.
Do you need a Doghouse Cheltenham-based card?
Potentially.
Oh.
I will ride again? Question mark.
I like it. Let me jump that last fence.
I promise you I'm a safe bet.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Something like that. I promise not to nag.
Don't be a nag, you're my filly. Something along those lines anyway.
Yeah, so it was a really great day by the looks of it. And it was really funny seeing you just sort of pop up occasionally. But yeah, we've got to go. We've got to do podcast trip. I just want to get involved in this. Looks incredible.
You know, what did you boys get up to? Were you on the piss or not?
I was.
Were you?
Yeah,
heavily?
Yeah. Yeah, I went to Cannes.
Oh, of course you did.
I was in south of France for 3 days. It's for work purposes.
Purposes.
Obviously, the box-free stuff that I'm doing. Look at Ross laughing. So there's an event there called MIPIN, and it's a big construction event, and it's just basically networking. And you're on the razzmatazz for 3 days.
Really?
Yeah. It was good going. I enjoyed it. It was great. Come back. Yeah, I got home early Saturday morning. And then we went all through the night because we had an early flight Saturday morning. So I didn't get sleep. And then I was having a bit of a kip Saturday afternoon when our WhatsApp group was blowing up through the scores.
Well, I've got to say that even just away from football, the sport over the weekend was phenomenal, wasn't it? The weekend just gone.
Oh.
I was in if I'm honest, I was just putting a couple of bets on and just sort of just enjoying everything that was coming. The golf. I mean, the golf was great.
Brilliant.
Obviously, racing, football.
Racing,
we need to talk about, I mean, the other person largely on the piss this weekend, Alan Shearer, of course.
Well, I was at the game. I went to the game. I took my little boy, little div up to Wembley, first visit.
Really?
That must have been really good because the colour scheme for starters, just all red and all black and white.
Amazing,
it looked
man.
incredible on the
It's
TV.
so amazing. I mean, the scarf thing that Newcastle were doing was incredible. Like they all had a scarf each, just like whipping it around. It was amazing, and the atmosphere was great. You know, Liverpool didn't play great, and Newcastle fully deserved it, in my opinion. So I was, I mean, so he went in his Liverpool kit, so he obviously wanted Liverpool to win.
Go on.
But it wasn't to be, but he still had a great day.
But what about for you as a moment, taking your kid to Wembley for the first time, did you say?
First time, yeah.
I think that's a bit of a moment worth discussing, isn't it?
Some game to take him to for his first one, though.
No, I mean, he's been
That's
before.
a point.
No, he's never been to Wembley.
Oh, right,
Yeah,
first
he's been
one
to
at Wembley,
football
right.
before.
No, but even so, for a game at Wembley, it's pretty
Mind-blowing.
decent.
And he's
you know?
with his little mates as well, like a couple of
Brilliant.
clips with him as well.
I kind of feel like he deserves. Well, I suppose he was a Liverpool fan, so there was an upset there. I almost feel like he did well to get that as the first game.
And you know what, he watched all of them. He's only 5 and he watched the whole game. I thought he might be like getting a bit bored or something, but he didn't move. He loved
really?
it. He loved it.
Are we going to get into the game itself? I mean, obviously, I know you're heavy Liverpool, but I'm buzzing for Newcastle winning that. I mean,
I think if there's any other team, like, I'm still buzzing for Newcastle, but obviously I did want Liverpool to win. But I mean, it's been so long, and what a club that is.
Yeah.
And you couldn't help but kind of just go, do you know what, if you're going to lose to anyone, you'd want it to be them, really.
Yeah.
I thought the whole weekend as well, the build-up with the fans. I don't know if it's just because it was Newcastle, so there was a bit of a different sort of coverage than perhaps if it had been another team. But they just took over London for the weekend.
Covent
and
Garden,
I saw the scenes there. I mean, it was fascinating seeing it all play out, and it felt like there was this big build-up to the Sunday. It made that game extra special, it felt, because of it.
I had to get the train on Monday, and there was various, like, just Geordies all over some were just on the
Scattered
floor,
around.
just sitting down waiting for a train on the floor. I was thinking they've had some night. Oh, brilliant.
It's annoying it's a Sunday, I guess. That must be the only thing. But it looked like no one cared.
No.
I don't know. They probably come down on the Saturday, don't they? And then they make a weekend of it. They probably buzzing it's a Sunday.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, true.
But
what about all the bosses and that getting the messages
I just don't
that
think-
evening?
no work tomorrow.
No one can get in trouble for that.
no.
You can't.
It's a
No.
one club city, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what are you going to do?
Yeah. I mean, should we get into it? Should we talk about it? I think the game itself was... I thought they were brilliant. I thought how they went about it.
No, brilliant.
And it felt to me that... I think they even said this, that they kept cards in their pocket from where they played a couple of weeks before, and played a totally different team because of it, to be able to have this cup final and treat it differently. It was awesome.
Yeah, no, it was.
They looked like they was bang up for it. That's what it was. Because sometimes in a final you can be maybe a little bit cautious. I know they've been there before and been a bit stung, but they was at it, wasn't they?
They
All
were.
over Liverpool.
They were. But there were some other games over the weekend. Obviously, we had the Arsenal-Chelsea game, which was 1-0. We did Everton, West Ham. We did Southampton, Wolves. I'll be honest with you, it's probably not a great week for me. Chris, again, the big winner here. Had the correct score, Southampton, Wolves.
Yeah.
2-1 to Wolves. And, of course, you had Arsenal to win as well. So that's a 4-pointer for you, Chris. And I just got the 2 points and Sid's the 3.
Yeah. I mean, the scores that come in, it looked like Wolves Southampton was always going to be a 2-1, and I thought when that Everton one went to 1-1 as well, I thought Four Missionary was going to be in force for you for the weekend, because the Arsenal Chelsea game was on the Sunday, wasn't it? But yeah, I managed to pop a bluey, and
You had a horny draw for that one, didn't you?
Yeah, I did have a horny draw for that. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
but
close.
well done.
It was close.
You
So it's
deserve it.
tight at the top. now.
Very tight. So I would class myself really as bottom. I know I could say second, but me and Chris are on 49 and you're in the lead with 50, but it is tight.
tight.
Tighter than we could have ever imagined, really.
Well, it really is. And it could go any way. As I say, I'll say it again, it's better than the Premier League.
It makes this weekend incredibly stressful with the fixtures as well, because it's international weekend.
Yeah.
Which is just, I mean, how you go about predicting these results is almost impossible.
I mean, I've just had a glimpse at the fixtures, and I'm quite happy compared to recent international fixtures we've had.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's maybe a bit more one-sided. It's just getting that correct score.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be the one.
But there's obvious. Like, how does it work with a new manager in an England setup? Does there need to be a kind of more of a response from players than there would have been ordinarily? Will England just do what England sometimes do and go 1-0 down? Do you know what I mean? It's so hard to work any consistency around that England team so far to be able to work out what you should be predicting.
Yeah, you'd like to think that there's going to be they're going to come out of the blocks all guns blazing, wouldn't you? Like, it's a new manager, as we say. There's not many meetups before the next World Cup, and they're all going to want to be in that squad. So they're all going to want to impress, aren't they? I mean, even there was some few eyebrows raised with some selections in there. Jordan Henderson was one of them. Obviously, Dan Burn getting his first call up at the age of 32, is he? I think it was. So, yeah.
I like Dan Burn, though. Yeah. He comes across as a really nice fella. I've met him a couple of times.
Yeah, he's brilliant. I texted him after the game.
Yeah.
I was with him at Brighton, and Fulham, and then he was at Brighton when I was coaching there. Great lad.
Yeah.
Couldn't ask for all the stuff that's happened to him. Anyone else. He's such a sound guy.
Yeah, really nice fella.
I love that you do that.
What?
Because I do the same with footballers. I will DM ones after a big game just to kind of tell them how much I love them when I'm sort of emotional. I love you do the same, Sid.
Yeah, no, I do it. I've done it to him a couple of times, actually. Yeah, even when he got his move to Newcastle.
I mean, he's having quite a week, isn't he?
He's had a great week.
Yeah, brilliant week. Yeah,
he's involved in obviously the England the England setup now. So, let's go England. Come on.
Well, let's get into it. The next part of the podcast is supported by Paddy Power, and it's England versus Albania. Not sure what we think of this. I mean, we don't know, do we? We've seen the squad. A few surprises in there. Obviously, he's been out for a while. He's back in. Henderson again as well.
Yeah. I think we kind of know from them odds that
1-9. England are favourites at 1-9. Albania are 20-1 to get a result here. A score draws 10-1. Last meeting was 5-0 to England.
Yeah.
And a 10 against you, 140 back if it's 5-0.
Yeah.
Wouldn't bet against that.
No, I think, this is going to be one of the ones where it's got to be an England win. I think, Chris, you might be right. You never know with them. Could they throw a scare in and go 1-0 down? But I'll be shocked if England don't win this. Wow, come on. Especially being at home and new manager. I think this could be a load of goals.
Oof.
Loads of goals.
Do you think the new manager thing, I don't want to say helps or doesn't help, but it does. It's the main narrative of this, isn't it?
Yeah.
And does that put on like just a ridiculous amount of pressure on a game where we shouldn't really be looking at this game in that light?
Pressure on the manager?
Pressure. Yeah, I would actually say pressure on the manager. Yeah.
I think there is massive pressure on him because everyone's expecting him to do well, but everyone's expecting. I think what the big scrutiny is how we're going to play.
But also, I don't want to be part of. I'm sort of being a hypocrite here because I don't want to say that we talk about pressure, then suddenly this word pressure comes into it. Yeah. So we shouldn't be feeding into that, I guess. But what I'm saying is maybe worded differently. Does everyone have enough patience with the manager, do we think, to let this play out and give him his time and just let this result be whatever it is and don't put too much on it, maybe?
But unfortunately, I've been involved in England setups. Yeah. There is any game you play for England, there's intense scrutiny and pressure. They analyse every single player. The back pages are kind of full of pull-outs about every pass you've made. The scrutiny is so intense. How the manager behaves, what team he picks, what substitutions he makes. Nothing is going to be left. Everything's going to be scrutinised. And that is, unfortunately, the role of an England manager. Yeah. And I think he can cope with it. He's worked at massive clubs and he's dealt with pressure before. But I definitely think there is an added thing when you're England manager.
Yeah, especially now before World Cup. Because 18 months, he's been brought in literally to win the World Cup. That's his remit. And every squad, every game will be massive focus on that. But you've got to remember that these mean nothing up until we get, hopefully, that we qualify for the World Cup. And then when we get there, that's when it starts. So these are just the build-up moments. But
just try and enjoy the games. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say.
Don't dig yourself in too much. Just enjoy them.
So just on these games.
Enjoy them by being disciplined.
Oh, yeah. And talking of being disciplined, obviously we've got an added point, haven't we? We've made up of the rule with five or more,
Over.
4.5 goals or
Extra
more.
point.
So a 5-0, are we saying gets you?
It will get you if you get 5-0, then you'll get 4 points.
Yeah.
If the score's 5-0.
Yeah, or 5-1
Do you
or
think
6-1.
this is kind of like almost a cheat vibe here, isn't it? An extra point here. I mean, there's got to be goals in this, surely.
Yeah.
I see what you're doing. So you're thinking of activating the big one.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah?
Well, no, you can go for a 3-0 if you want to.
So it has to be 4, doesn't it?
You've got to be bang on the score to get the bonus
4-pointer.
points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But originally we was going for 3-2s, wasn't we, or 4-2s? Whereas this could be 5-0.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
So this could be the one
Well,
where
you
you
sound
get.
like you know, Sid. So I don't know if you would.
You're a man in the know. You've been with the England squad before. I mean, I'm miles off it.
I'm happy to go first. If you want me to, I'm going to go 4-0. It gives me
Is that
that.
what you sort of go?
I'm just over that threshold of a point.
So will he get a bonus point if he gets
No.
that right? No, you've got to be 4-1.
4.5.
Yeah, I'm going to go just under it then. I'm going to go 4-0.
4-0.
4-0.
Are you not tempted if you're going to do 4?
Go
For the
5.
extra point, go 5.
No. It's always cagier than you think.
Yeah.
I think so as well. Yeah.
See, this is the predicament. I think that's a great shout. I think it's a great shout because I can't see it being 3. 'Cause I think there'd be more, but then is it going to be 5?
5.
I've taken your score then, really.
Yeah,
haven't I?
you've done really well.
But 5's... Yeah, I mean, look, if it comes off and it's 5-0, that's
Can you say Albania can't score? 'Cause I think they can.
They always score. Just trying to build it up.
I'm gonna go same as the last meeting. 5-0.
5-0.
This is great. This is silly season. This is Mario Kart.
It's not. This is England versus Albania.
This is like, we've talked about this before, where you come out on the toll bridge, and you pay your toll
Wacky races.
And just go for
wacky
it.
races.
Well, it's so tight.
I'm gonna be a bit, dare I say it, a bit German about this. I think I'm gonna go 3-0. You just tutted. What did you tut?
That was a tight disgust,
Wow,
by the way.
an absolute
Whoa.
disgust
Just
from the
wow.
producers over there.
Did you tut? What? Because 3-0 wouldn't be enough. Oh, right. So he wants the integrity of the podcast. He wants one of us to back Albania.
Oh, right.
Okay. Well, what about here's
Don't
an
let
offer.
his change your mind.
I'll back Albania if I get 3 times as many points.
I'd have allowed it if you weren't so close to the standings.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I think I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go 3-0 then.
Okay, so 3-0, 4-0,
You're going to go
5-0.
Wow.
Okay, we got our Paddy's Boost. It's where we each pick a leg of the Crouch Pod bet builder.
Yep.
And then Paddy Power will boost it by 20%.
Yep.
Which is always nice. Players to be carded, Declan Rice I'm going for.
Oh, nice. Okay, Chris.
I'll go player to score assists. Let's go Harry Kane.
Okay, I'm going to go player to be fouled 1 or more times. I'll go with Jude Bellingham.
Odds are correct at time of recording. Please gamble responsibly.
All right, we're chatting about your wife next, aren't we?
We are. Yeah, she's away in Cyprus this week. Hopefully she has a lovely time. A bit of sun on her back.
How does she normally get on in Cyprus?
She's been before. She's enjoyed it.
Couple of results.
Never got a result there, really.
She
Not many.
scored?
I don't believe so. But there is optimism at the moment because obviously it was an incredible victory against Liechtenstein recently, wasn't there? Mm-hmm. And it, the place obviously erupted, didn't it?
Okay, so we're doing the predictions for San Marino against Cyprus.
Yeah.
But San Marino, the team has managed to score in 3 of the last 5 games across all competitions,
San Marino on fire at the moment.
including a win against Liechtenstein and then a credible draw. So yeah, they are.
They are. We've written them off on this podcast before, and then weirdly they started getting results. Everyone was talking about it with us. So you got to be careful with San Marino.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to cross them.
No.
Can be aggressive at times. you know, but as can have a soft centre. I know, quite loving as well.
Okay. Okay.
Where is this going?
I don't know.
Do you know what's funny? I obviously I put the predictions on Instagram, and everyone it's more people talking about Abbey than it is the actual team San Marino. So it's hard to work out. It's hard to work out if the sort of predictions people are giving are realistic.
What's some of the replies that you've had?
I think
for this fixture.
Most people are saying Cyprus should win this.
They've had a poor run of results though. They were 4-1. They lost to Romania away. Defensive issues have plagued them. Yeah, they also lost to Slovenia, didn't they? 2-1 Cyprus. But
Could this be a missionary victory for either one? What do you think?
I'm not backing against San Marino.
What do you mean? So you're not backing your wife?
No, I'm going to back her.
Oh, you are going
to the hilt.
Are you?
I love it.
With my neck on the chopping block for her.
What are you going to go for?
Well,
Go missionary.
what is everyone else saying?
Back in Cyprus, you're saying. Yeah?
I'm saying I'm erring towards Cyprus or a draw, but I think relatively low scoring. If I'm honest, my head right now is thinking 1-1.
Okay.
I'm probably it's not
horny
I
for a
don't
draw.
know. I'm not that horny for this game, if I'm honest with you. If I'm really honest with you, but needs must in this league.
Well, I'm going to go full missionary. I'm going to. I think San Marino get burnt in Cyprus.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Cyprus 2-1.
2-1.
Yeah, you see, I think that could do you. I think that's a great shout. I'm going to go 1-1.
I like
that's a
1-0.
Horny draw.
That's my favourite. I would have gone for 1-0, if I'm honest. But I feel like I'm gonna back her.
You have to.
1-0 San Marino.
Oh, that's huge.
Gosh.
What did I get on that, by the way? All right, let's get into it. We've got Wales, Kazakhstan. I find it, I struggle to say that, but
I thought you did it really well first time.
Kazakhstan.
It's because as we were warming up for the podcast, you were saying Kazakhstan.
You went for Kazakhstan.
Yeah, this is it. I think you were trying to be too authentic.
Do you think I was being a bit, yeah?
No, it's
Well, the thing
respect.
is,
listen.
have any of you been to Kazakhstan?
No, I haven't.
I have.
No.
So I should know how to pronounce it.
Yeah.
True. But I don't. That's the issue. I have been there. It took 8 hours on a plane. Unbelievable.
Business or pleasure?
I played for England against them.
I thought you
yeah. Yeah,
a bit of both.
yeah. Bit of both, yeah. Well, listen, it was a pleasurable experience. I enjoyed it. But yeah, I mean, really, it's a very strange place. It's so far away, and it's in Europe.
Well, it's a good job they're travelling to Wales.
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah, it is. And that's, I think, but they're having a tough time at the moment.
Yeah.
Wales, on the other hand, under Craig Bellamy, really pleased for him. Yeah, they haven't lost under him.
Going well.
Yeah, fantastic. In the last 5, obviously 3 wins and 2 draws.
Going well, especially at home as well.
Yeah, and looking good.
Well.
He's got them playing.
Yeah, a little bit of a force to be reckoned with, I think, in the coming years. Wales, again, I think this is. I mean, I can't see Kazakhstan winning, so I think this is a Wales victory myself. But I'll let you guys go first.
Kazakhstan lost 2-0 to South Korea the last time out. In the qualifying campaign, they lost 8-0 to France.
Yeah,
which is, that's a long way to travel. Can't see them getting a result. I would think, how many?
Yeah. Do you think this is a humping?
Potentially.
Oh, so I've gone a bit tighter on this than perhaps.
Oh, you could have had in there.
Yeah. Yeah, but if you'll go, well, I don't know. I'm just going by the messages, aren't I? I am going to go missionary against Kazakhstan here.
Are you?
I think I am. Yeah.
Oh, go on.
I think it's a bit. I think it's a bit tighter than perhaps we're given credit for.
Okay.
I have nothing to base that on.
Yeah, and also I've not really looked into the Wales squad. I don't know if they're fully fit or they've got players missing. That could be a factor. But so you're going to go 2-1?
I'm going to go 2-1 Wales. Yeah,
2-1.
I think it's a Wales win.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm going to go 3-1.
Oh wow. Okay. I'm going to go 3-0. I don't think they score.
I regret saying 1 now. No, I did that, but I'll stick with it.
Okay. 2-1, 3-1, 3-0.
Lovely.
They're all sort of results there or thereabouts the same, aren't they? It's a bit of a shithousery weekend. It's kind of if one slips up, the other will win.
International weeks.
It's silly
killer.
season, isn't it?
It is.
Cyprus San Marino, though, that seems to be all eyes on that. That's become a biggie.
I mean, that's the game of the
huge.
weekend for me.
That is, isn't it? It's actually become game of the weekend.
That's how mad this league is. Right, that's the end of the games, lads. I've got something really special for you now.
Oh, this, by the way, this is podcast history.
Well, fantastic. Now it's time for our favourite section of the podcast, Vanarama. Now, if you're not clued up on Vanarama, it's 3 people in a van. Who's driving, who's sitting in the middle, and who's in the window seat. You make up your own minds. But we promised you that we'd deliver a recording artist to sing the theme tune that we very cleverly came up with, and we didn't disappoint. There was only one man that we wanted, and we have delivered. It's the game that nobody wanted,
but we're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna do it anyway.
Sean Williamson, aka Barry. What a legend, mate.
It's
Brilliant.
a pleasure to be. It's a pleasure, an honour, and a financial necessity. I'm joking. No, it's great to be here finally. I've been a fan for years and years, and here I am with the main men. It's brilliant.
Absolutely fantastic. It really is great.
It's dream come true stuff, isn't it? Just to think this game started on the podcast. It was just a little game. Now look where we've got to.
Yeah, no, it really is.
Vanarama, the game that everyone needs that they didn't realise they needed.
That's exactly right.
it.
That's a nice way of putting it. That's a nice way of putting it. How's things going, mate? Just before we get into the theme tune, if you don't mind, just wondering. You're karaoke. You're telling me he's doing really well.
Karaoke, yeah. Like I say, I'm not proud. Karaoke's it's still doing the rounds at festivals and up and down the country. Just got back from Scotland. We did a couple of gigs up there, which was great fun. Edinburgh and Glasgow. This year it's the world tour because we're doing Dubai and Scotland. It's a world tour. We thought we were doing Turkey and Sweden, but it turned out it was Torquay and Swindon. It's all right. It's all good, you know. It's all good stuff. We're still out there. We're still doing it.
Yeah.
I opened this year's Barrioke's dressed as Meatloaf because I managed to win Stars in Their Eyes 21 years ago. Still milking it, kid.
Yeah. Superb, though. It's great. It's a great concept, and we really appreciate you doing this as well.
It's great to be here. It's great to be here and. Got all your memorabilia and all that. It's superb, mate. It's
superb. Obviously, you know, I feel like we're pals now. Sure, me and you. We did the various adverts together where you were basically with Abby.
We did. Yeah.
They are brilliant. They are superb.
If you haven't seen it, it was an alternative life for us both. What might have happened if Abby had picked me instead of you? That was one of them. We did another one that was based on Line of Duty, didn't we? Many years ago.
I enjoyed that.
And we did the Cheltenham adverts together, and we did some trailers for a quiz show. Me, you, and Danny Dyer.
That was it, yeah.
So we've done a fair bit together. Always enjoy working with you, mate. It's always brilliant.
No, top man, mate. Thank you. Thanks again for doing this.
I like that this is work, by the way. The idea that this is working together. We're working together on this. It's a real collaboration, isn't it? It's a real. We've got Sean doing the theme tune to Vanarama. It's a new high for the podcast.
It's the top of my CV. No, it is. It is. It's a big moment for me. I don't get out much.
So basically, just off camera, we've gone through it. You know, the basics of it. I think Chris, you're in charge of music.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we wrote the lyrics myself and Sid's together, and we've come up with it. And hopefully, you know, I know you'll do it justice. Right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The Vanarama theme tune. You're welcome.
I'm looking for that man in the middle. Oh, I'm hoping he can change his seat. Oh no, don't think that he can get to the window. Take a look at the van and the driver's seat and go for that. Oh, change.
Ooh.
Vanarama. Oh. Hey. Vanarama.
Gonna make that change.
Wow. Now let's rush release that as a single. Come on. That's gonna set the charts alight. Man.
This is going to be sung in white vans up and down the country.
You'll remember where you were the moment you heard that.
Sean, thanks so much for coming down. And
thank you,
and
guys.
like I say, that's obviously going to be. It's just going to make the game so much more credible. And it's a fantastic.
If anything can save it, that might.
It's a shit game with a great theme tune.
But no, this is another one off my bucket list. Thanks, fellas. I've really
really
enjoyed it.
So
Thank
this
you
is great.
so much.
But we are actually going to get into the game of Vanarama in a minute, yes? Sean's going to go. He's literally here to do the theme tune and we'll play
And then
Vanarama.
we'll play the game.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Well, that went probably better than I'd hoped, really.
So funny. What a great guy. That's
What
the first
an
time I've met him.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah, first time. I've
Yeah,
met
when
him.
I put the call out to him, you know what? I wasn't sure whether he could. He doesn't live too close to here. He's made a big effort to come down. So, really thankful to him. And an amazing performance.
There's no one else I'd rather do that theme tune. And honestly, I'm not just saying it. For any pop star in the world, that was perfect. That's what it needed to be.
The effort that he put into it was incredible. He's coming to do a proper gig for him, isn't it? Like the singing, I thought he was just going to half sort of poo it off, but he treated it like an audition.
Oh, yeah.
It was great.
He doesn't mess about.
I think that's going to catch on, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Well, should we get into today's Vanarama then?
I'm looking for that man in the middle. Oh, I'm hoping he can change his seat. Oh no, don't think that he can get to the window. Take a look at the van and the driver's seat and go for that. Oh, change. Ooh.
Vanarama.
Oh, hey.
Vanarama.
Gonna make that change.
Wow. Now let's rush release that as a single. Come on.
Hi, Crouchy, notorious and BBQ legend. Regards to your families, a hard man of football Vanarama for you to work out. Roy Keane, Gennaro Gattuso and Julian Dix. Love the pod, by the way. Always makes me laugh and the episodes can't come quick enough. All the best. Gordon Cosgrove.
From Ireland.
Gordon Cosgrave, sorry. Cosgrave Island.
Oh my! Look at them three names. I think whoever gets behind the steering wheel, there's going to be road rage.
Yeah, oh my God.
There's road rage.
100%.
Keane, Gattuso, and Julian Dix.
I've got a theory. I don't know why. I
Jeez.
find this game easy. I don't know why. I'm really good at this game.
I think I must overcomplicate it. What is your outlook on it then?
I think one of them just feels right.
Yeah, I just don't know why.
You can't
I know.
explain. It's like the X Factor sort of thing.
Are you both going for Roy Keane to drive?
I've got Roy Keane driving, got Gattuso in the middle, and I've got Julian Dix with his arm out the window. And I just know that's right.
It just feels.
And it just straight away I know that's right.
Yeah, I get it. I don't see Gattuso driving. No, at all.
He's in the middle. There's no way. Julian Dix
and then Dix isn't going in the middle either, is it?
He's got his arm out the window. He's got the tattoos out the window.
Yeah.
He's got his bald head. You can just imagine him sitting with his arm out of a van. And, he played on the left-hand side. In this country, the passenger seat, the window seat's always on the left-hand side. He's not going to be on the right driving. He's on the left-hand side. Gattuso will be, he'll be in the middle. Keane driving.
Yeah.
Got full TNT mode there.
Yeah.
Wow, that was incredible. The analysis on that was
take the game seriously.
We should definitely get one of these boards for the
No one wanted
podcast.
the analysis, but I gave it to you anyway.
And that's this week's Vanarama.
Right, just to remind everyone, the Doghouse cards are still in action. We wanted all our listeners to get in touch with designs of cards, slogans, what we could put up. So it will happen. We'll have doghousecards.co.uk very soon. It'll be up and running. But here's a message. Glad tidings, Peter, Christopher and Stephen.
How nice is that?
Regards to you and your families and friends alike.
Oh wow,
Very
friends
formal.
alike.
Here's my Doghouse card for you. I'm sure you can think up many more. This was just my first thought, which I thought up in maybe 30 seconds of seeing your Instagram post. Oh, lovely. There's a great picture of her at Cantona. You're my queen. Let me be your Cantona.
Iconic picture of Eric as well. Look, the collar up.
Because he's King Eric,
Yeah.
obviously. Yeah. Clever.
Right.
I get it.
Very good. Dear Doghouse Cards Incorporated, please see attached for the front of the card and mock-up inside comment. That is amazing, isn't it? It's a picture of us having a fantastic time on the Isle of Wight.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'll be back stronger.
Love
Beautiful.
To be fair, festivals are probably a good place to send these from as well. Just thinking to my own experience at the Isle of Wight, it would be handy to be able to send a card to your loved one from a festival, basically saying, look, let's be honest, I'm fucking up here.
Yeah.
But
In every way.
I will be back home stronger.
But then would that reply be, don't fucking bother coming back?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. But the thing is a card is better because rather than a phone call, it's a card, something to open.
Yeah.
There's no comebacks.
Yeah,
She knows
true,
you're thinking of her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just works in every capacity.
Cards are more thoughtful, aren't they?
Yeah. Oh, just the inside of the card here, it just says, dear wife, girlfriend, etc. I'm sorry it didn't sit well with you. I don't crouch behind my mistakes. Let me show you a stark contrast.
How good's that?
Regards to your families.
How good is that? Sitwell, Crouch and Stark.
It doesn't sit well with you. I don't crouch behind my mistakes. Let me show you a stark contrast. Nicely done.
Brilliant.
Also, we talked about the Doghouse board game last week. Phenomenal.
Brilliant.
Yeah, so we got a message here from Kev, and Kev's gone to great lengths to help design the Doghouse game. Basically, the summary is you are the chosen few who are seeking out the hands of Pod in order to battle with an army of Carls who are approaching. Feels a bit like Risk. You will explore a variety of pod-related venues on the search, but beware, you could get sent to the Doghouse at any point. So choose your search wisely. The game ends when one player has been sent to the Doghouse 3 times and is no longer allowed on the search. At this point, the player with the most hands of pods wins the game. The rules. There are 6 decks of cards laid out, face down. Each deck represents a pod-related location. Chumbawamba, Crouchfest. Taking turns, you pick the top card from any of the deck you choose. If you discover the hand of pod, add this into your pile in front of you and take another turn. If you draw a Doghouse card, your turn ends. You miss your next turn as you think about your behaviour. He says feel free to get creative with the cards. They can be as wacky as you like. For example, be a Carl, where you steal a hand of pod from another player. Smooth talker, looks like you're going to be sent to the Doghouse, but your charm offensive has worked and you remain on your search. Grasshousery, you put someone else in the Doghouse.
There's a lot of good ideas there. A lot of
Really
good
good.
ideas. I can't believe that's been made up literally within 1 week.
Yeah.
We mentioned that.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
Great.
we'll keep suggesting your ideas, and then we'll work this out. We'll get it all sorted for Christmas. That's the
We'll
main
sort it
thing.
out. Yeah, we'll speak to Mr. Waddington. Well, lads, I enjoyed that today.
Really good.
Yeah.
Start to finish, that was good. Best of luck for the weekend for the games.
Yes, happy
best
international
of luck,
weekend.
I'm actually playing a Legends match on Saturday. So I'll be playing. I'll be getting the boots back on for Liverpool
At
against
Anfield.
Chelsea at Anfield. Yeah,
That's huge.
Full house.
yeah, almost as big as Cyprus San Marino for me.
What time's kick off?
Who's
3:00.
on your team?
believe.
Do you know?
I know Stevie G's playing. Sammy Hoopier's playing. Dirk Kite from my team.
Johnny Risa, he's got to be coming back.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen the rest of this. I know John Barnes is there. Kenny Dalglish.
Right.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean, it'll be great.
That's class. All right, so we'll hear about that next Friday's pod.
Next week, yeah.
We'll see you limping in next week.
Yeah, certainly.
Oh yeah, get shin pads on and everything.
Yeah. I'll have the pads on.
Wear
Look how excited he is
them
having
in
the
my
pads on.
honour. Go on, back in the shin pads. It's like Peter Crouch back in the habit. It's great.
Well,
It's the sequel. Back in the shin pads.
I'm jealous.
Yeah.
Well, you got your number and everything.
I don't know, to be honest. I'll find out today. Well, this goes out today. This goes out Friday, so I'll know then.
All right.
Brilliant. Enjoy that.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Good. Pass the pod and all that. Yeah. Chumbawamba.